Trend for over a year now, Kias and Hyundais being stolen all across Kentuckiana or found with ruined key ignitions. As of last Wednesday, Louisville Metro Police said 1,920 of them have been reported stolen this year. Only on the night team tonight, one woman is in a bind. She's a caregiver and substitute teacher who is in desperate need of transportation now. WHAS11 night team's Taylor Woods and photojournalist Emma Gefter talked with her about her stolen car.
Stolen while they slept overnight.
I was literally hyperventilating. Somebody came onto our property while we were asleep and stole our car.
Carletha Graham of South Louisville is in a bind. She's taking care of her 88-year-old grandmother who has dementia, and now her only means of transportation is gone.
I'm a caregiver, and I'm also a substitute teacher. School is about to start, and I have a school-aged child.
Her 9-year-old niece is expected to start school in just weeks, and now her 2014 Hyundai Elantra has been stolen. Graham is left stranded, walking to and from stores in all kinds of terrible weather. And Louisville Metro Police have received record numbers of Kias and Hyundais being stolen. LMPD also says almost 10 cars are being stolen a day. Graham is blaming the recent TikTok challenge trend for persuading thieves to steal vehicles.
Hyundai theft game, and it's absolutely not a game, but it's still up. There are several videos showing how to steal a car.
Graham's Hyundai Elantra is special to her. It's a car her daughter bought for her 2 years ago, but she has a message for the thief or thieves who stole her car.
Bring it back. Even if you don't feel comfortable enough bringing it to my driveway, take it somewhere, dump it, but bring it back.
At the end of the day, she is hoping she gets her car back and for her story to help put an end to these stolen vehicles.
If I can help to bring awareness to this TikTok trend, hopefully they'll take it down and this doesn't have to happen to another family.
For now, she asks that you look out for this gray Hyundai. In Louisville, Taylor Woods, WHAS 11 night team on your side.
Well, Louisville Metro Police also advise parking in highly visible areas and keeping valuables out of your car. They say adding visual deterrents like a steering wheel lock or a blinking light would make would-be thieves think twice about stealing your car. More local news on the night team. 2 Louisville firefighters were sent to the hospital after a fire that happened in the Portland neighborhood this morning. A Louisville Fire Department spokesperson telling us crews responded to a home on Rowan Street just after 8 o'clock this morning in Portland. The fire was originally reported in the kitchen but had spread through the house by the time firefighters arrived. Everyone who lived there got out safely, but 2 Louisville firefighters suffered heat exhaustion and minor burns. The arson squad is investigating the cause of the fire. And tonight we have this new video from the Sky 11 drone today giving us a much better look at the damage to that Clarksville hotel after a huge fire there this weekend. Take a close look as our drone passes right over the top. From above, you can see actually inside the rooms of what's left of the Best Western right here, left charred from that huge fire Sunday morning. Now, this is what the hotel looked like about 10:40 yesterday morning when firefighters got to the scene. Fire investigators said it started in one room of the Best Western, then spread through the attic. No injuries were reported. The Indiana Fire Marshal will be investigating the cause. And we've learned tonight that the father of Ann Gottlieb has died. Ann Gottlieb disappeared from outside the old Bashford Manor Mall in Louisville 40 years ago and became Louisville's most notorious disappearance case. She has never been found. Anatoly Gottlieb died 2 days ago at his Louisville home at the age of 84. A native of Kyiv, Ukraine, he and his wife Ludmila moved to Louisville in 1980. His daughter Ann disappeared in the summer of 1983 at the age of 12. Her bike was found outside the mall, launching a massive search. Last year we talked with the Gottliebs about the case. Ludmila told us they still consider it unsolved.
We still don't have anything, any resolve, no grave to put flowers on.
His obituary, written by the family, says they cherish his memory as a warm, loving man with a distinctive sense of humor and tremendous generosity. His funeral and burial were both held today. As we've reported extensively over the years on this case, Louisville Metro Police said in 2008 that after all of those years, they believe a man who had served a long prison sentence in another case killed Ann Gottlieb. Greg Oakley was a convicted child attacker who lived near Bashford Manor Mall, but he died in 2002. The Commonwealth's attorney at the time then closed the case with no murder charges placed. A local voice in violence prevention shared his initiative with Kentucky lawmakers today. The Committee on Health Services heard from several different leaders across the state, all trying to curb violence in some way. Christopher Tuex, the leader of Future Healers in Louisville, presented this initiative and was joined by a trauma surgeon at U of L and the director of transplants at the Traeger Center.
Our work just springboards out of so many kids who are impacted by violent shootings, not directly impacted where a bullet hits them, but kids who unfortunately have to change their lifestyles because bullets enter into their dwellings, into their homes.
The most recent data released from Louisville Metro Police today shows detectives have investigated 256 non-fatal shootings this year. That's down 2% from last year. 92 homicides have been reported. That's the very same number from this same time last year. The view from above with the Sky 11 drone today showing the fence surrounding the Hogan's Fountain Pavilion in Cherokee Park. It's also called the TP by many Louisvillians. It's going to be torn down sometime this week after the city declared emergency demolition because they are worried it could collapse at any time. WHAS11's Alexis Jones and photojournalist Jessica Farley talked with city leaders and park goers about the decision.
In the heart of Cherokee Park, the Hogan Fountain Pavilion still stands 60 years later.
It's such a unique looking structure. It's got all the memories of when we were kids growing up.
John Ellison remembers the day the teepee was built. He now says it hurts to see it go.
I don't know why all the history of Louisville is if somebody doesn't like it, it disappears. Repairing's always cheaper than building new.
However, Deputy Mayor Nicole George says repairs would have cost the city much more.
Would have been almost $1 million and would have impacted the historical integrity of the structure.
She says Metro government already spent $80,000 to improve the pavilion, but several assessments over the years shown the structure is unstable.
And as of June of this year, it was determined to be at significant risk of collapse.
George says she understands the teepee means a lot to so many. That's why the city plans to get the community's input on a new structure very soon. And while some feel replacing it is a good idea,
It's a safety hazard.
Allison says the city is just tearing down fond memories.
It just seems like they're just mowing over the past of people.
Well, the Deputy Mayor, Nicole George, says demolition will begin early this week. It's expected to have minimal impact on the rest of Cherokee Park. Get ready to pay more for your MSD bill. Today, the MSD board approved rate increases for Jefferson and Oldham counties. The utility says the increase will help pay for upgrades and refurbishment projects to wastewater treatment, stormwater management, and flood protection infrastructure. The increase will add $4.85 to your average monthly bill here in Metro Louisville, and $3.56 is how it's going to go up in Oldham County. And it all begins soon on August 1st. Norton Healthcare's new hospital and Goodwill Opportunity Campus are starting to take shape in West Louisville. Crews installed the first beam at the facility at 20th and Broadway on the 10th of July. Steel will continue to be installed through October, when the building's exteriors will be installed. The roof will then follow. Norton leaders say the hospital will be key in their mission to combat health inequity in our community, and the project has been a major goal for the Norton CEO, Russ Cox.
Is that we define what buildings are going to look like, but what defines us is by what happens in these buildings. And what Norton Healthcare wants to be defined as an organization that was willing to step up.
Norton will begin recruiting for hospital employees next spring. The West Louisville Norton Hospital is expected to open in late 2024.